There's a damn reason. Point 3. 8.0 ACP pistols are still flying off shelves in 2025. They've gotten smarter, lighter, and a hell of a lot more capable than folks give them credit for. What's up, everyone? This is your boy Ted from Line 45, and today I am about to drop the best .380 pistols you should grab this year. Whether you're looking for deep concealment or just something soft shooting that still packs a punch. Before I start, I would really appreciate it if you would push those buttons below, the subscribe button, the notification bell, all of them. This is not necessary, but those little clicks help a brother out. Plus, it pushes me to give you more valuable car-related content on your screen. Now, buckle up, and let's get back to the video. Smith & Wesson Performance Center MP380 Shield EZ M2. A buddy of mine who's been shooting longer than I've been shaving once told me, if you want to understand what real ergonomics feel like, pick up a Performance Center gun. That stuck with me, and sure enough, when I finally got my hands on the Smith & Wesson Performance Center M&P 380 Shield EZ M 2.0, I saw exactly what he meant. This pistol is tailored, not just built. Tailored for folks who want ease of use without giving up shootability. It's micro-compact, just 6.9 inches long and 18.5 ounces light, but it feels solid in hand. The gold anodized flat-face trigger breaks smooth and resets like a metronome. The matching gold-ported barrel is titanium-coated stainless steel and does more than look sharp. It legitimately tames that upward muzzle flip so follow-up shots stay tight. The slide racks like it's on bearings. No struggle, no fight, just clean cycling. Add in the lightning cuts and you've got fast target reacquisition and better weight distribution. High-vis Lightwave H 3-night sights sit up top, glowing even in a pitch-black stall. The tactile loaded chamber indicator and easy thumb and grip safeties round out a platform that shoots like a much bigger pistol but stays easy to conceal. And no, this isn't some niche build. This is a production pistol you can walk into a shop and buy for about $550, and it comes with two 8-round mags ready to roll. If you've got arthritis, weaker grip, or just want a softer .380 that's dialed in straight from the factory, this one deserves a spot in your carry rotation. Let's keep this rolling. Bersa Thunder 380 Combat Plus. Most folks glance over the Bersa shelf like it's some dusty old surplus bin. I used to too until I actually put rounds through the Thunder 380 Combat Plus. And let me tell you, this thing knows exactly what it is. A dependable, all-metal double-action, per-S Ingle, action pistol that doesn't beg for attention but performs like it's got something to prove. It's got that familiar silhouette. It feels like the offspring of a Walther PPK and a Beretta Cheetah, but with a little extra grit and a whole lot more capacity. We're talking 15 plus 1 rounds of .380 in a double-stack magazine, packed into a frame just 6.6 inches long and about 20 ounces unloaded. The grip fills the hand with no pinky dangling and that rubber wraparound texture. It locks you in without feeling overly aggressive. Mechanically, it runs a traditional blowback system with a 3.5-inch barrel, and the all-metal build gives it just enough weight to tame recoil while still being perfectly carryable. The double-action trigger comes in at a smooth 9.5 pounds, and the single-action brake at 5 is crisp, predictable, and makes follow-ups fast. The controls are old school, sure, but they're all functional. Slide-mounted decocker, coarse rear serrations, clean reset, it's all there and all usable. Accuracy was solid. Out of a bench at 15 yards, I pulled a 1.18-inch group with cheap Tulamo FMJs, and it didn't choke once through 3 different types of ammo. Only gripe is that it ships with just 1 mag. But at $357, it still punches way above its price bracket. This gun doesn't try to impress with flash, it just works. And if you're after a hammer-fired .38, oh, that carries easily but shoots like a full size, the Combat Plus deserves a serious look. Now, if what you really want is recoil so soft it almost feels fake, the next one's built just for that. EAA Gearson MC14T. You don't really appreciate what a tip-up barrel can do until you hand one to someone with arthritis or weaker grip strength and watch the light bulb go off. The EAA Gearson MC14T isn't some throwback novelty. It's a pistol that fills a need most gunmakers haven't touched in decades. Imported out of Turkey and built like a tank, the MC14T modernizes that old Beretta Cheetah concept with bigger capacity, easier handling, and just enough flair to make you take notice. You get 13 plus 1 capacity, a 4.5-inch barrel, and a full-size frame that feels like a scaled-down 92 FS. That tip-up barrel is not just clever, It straight up bypasses the need to rack the slide, which is a godsend for older shooters or anyone recovering from injury. You just pop it open with the latch above the trigger, drop a round into the chamber, snap it shut, and you're good to go. No slide wrestling. No struggle. It shoots flat, cycles soft, and the double-action per-S ingle-action trigger is surprisingly smooth for a pistol at this price point, which is right around $500. The double-action pull is north of 6 pounds, but it's consistent, and single-action breaks clean at under 4. Plus, you get mech-gar mags, a usable pick rail, and ambidextrous safeties that ride like a 1911s. Yeah, the front sight is fixed and chunky, and the trigger guard shape limits some full-size light options, but this thing runs. Cleaned out 500 rounds with only one hiccupin that was with a spicy spear load most guns wouldn't like either. If you're building a defensive pistol setup for someone who can't or won't rack a slide, this is the one I'd hand them. Now let me show you a certified .380 classic that just got a massive upgrade. Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. You'd think a .380 pocket pistol in 2025 would be just another recycled polymer clone, but the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 proves that when the right company pays attention to the right details, you can get a micro-compact that actually runs, actually points, and actually feels like a gun worth carrying. I've been around a lot of .380s over the years, and most of them are compromises: snappy, tiny triggers, minimal capacity, awkward controls. But S&W built this one like they were sick of all that too. At just 11.4 ounces, the Bodyguard 2.0 is shockingly light and flatter than your phone. It runs a 2.75-inch Armornite-coated stainless barrel, 10+1 and 12+1 capacity mags, and a truly crisp 4.25-pound flat-face trigger that's way too good for something this size. The frame is smartly molded, aggressive texture where you need it, smooth where it rides against the body. Even with the flush mag, I could just about get my whole grip on it, and with the extended one, my hands are fully locked in. Slide serrations run front to back and wrap around just enough to work even with wet hands. And that front sight? True glow day. Night tritium with an orange ring, paired to a wide, serrated U-notch in the back. Fast target pickup without overthinking it. Now, it's not optics ready, and I'm glad. This pistol knows what it is, a backup gun that doesn't pretend to be a primary. It's meant for deep concealment, close distances, and total reliability, and it absolutely nails that. For $449, you're getting striker-fired reliability, soft recoil for its size, and controls that actually make sense. It even digests most hollow points without flinching. If I had to throw a .380 in my boot, gym shorts, or glove box, this is what I'd want. Next up, Glock 42. I was sitting in a training class in Arizona when the instructor, a former Marine sniper, serious trigger puller, reached under his shirt and laid a Glock 42 on the table. That caught me off guard, not because he carried it, but because he carried it with conviction, said he trusted it more than a lot of the compact 9S on the market. I remember thinking, this isn't just a backup gun to him, this is the gun. And after carrying and shooting one for months, I get it. The Glock 42 is Glock's smallest pistol, measuring just under 6 inches long, less than an inch wide, and tipping the scale at barely over 12 ounces without the mag. The barrel is a 3.25-inch cold hammer-forged unit that holds up like you'd expect from Glock, and the slide cycles like it's running on rails. Fit and finish are definitely pure Glock, not gonna lie. Durable, no nonsense, and tight enough to keep it accurate well beyond the 7-yard mark. What makes the G42 stand out in the .380 class is its shootability. It has a 5.5-pound trigger that resets clean, unlike most micro .380s with mushy, gritty nonsense. The simplicity is textbook Glock. No thumb safeties, just trigger safety. Striker. Fired operation. And slide lock on empty. It runs clean, eats anything brass-cased, and allows you to dry fire without worrying about striker damage. Tack on accessory support like the TLR 6 light, laser combo, Truglo night sights, and holsters from basically every Kydex maker under the sun, and you've got a complete EDC platform that's dead simple to conceal and just as easy to train with. And now let me show you a SIG pistol in 380. SIG Sauer P365, 380 rows. You want to know why the SIG Sauer P365 to 380 rows belongs on this list? Let me put it this way. I've handled a lot of carry guns that try to blend comfort, shootability, and legit performance in a micro-compact frame. Most miss at least one. This one doesn't. SIG took everything that worked on the original P365 and made it lighter, smoother, and softer with .380 auto. Then they gave it just enough flair with the rose treatment to make it feel like it wasn't stamped out of a parts bin. Slides easier to rack thanks to the shaved weight. It's just 15.7 ounces unloaded. The 3.1-inch barrel sits in a nitron-coated slide that's optics-ready for the Romeo Zero Elite. But if you like irons, you'll appreciate the X-Ray 3 sights. That green-ringed tritium front sight grabs your eye quickly in daylight and stays visible when the sun goes down. The Rose also ships with two 10-round mags, one flush, one with an extended base pad that gives you a better grip without compromising concealment. Now, I'm not usually one for flash, but the rose gold controls are actually well done. The ambidextrous thumb safety, slide lock, and takedown lever all match and function just right. No slop, no digging into your side. And that curved trigger, it measured a consistent 5.1 pounds, with clean, predictable brakes. Combine that with low recoil and a grip that locks into your hand, and it makes short work of controlled pairs and transitions. It's rare I find a .380 that shoots this soft while still giving me full control, especially in rapid drills. SIG got this one right. And finally, Ruger LCP Max Elite. It's rare that a pistol this small feels like a finished product, but the Ruger LCP Max Elite isn't your average .380 pocket gun. I really thought that this was just another lightweight mouse gun with decent capacity and not much else. What I found was a surprisingly refined carry piece that shoots cleaner, handles better, and carries easier than anything else in its class. This thing weighs just 10.6 ounces, yet Ruger didn't cheap out on the internals. It's got a black nitride finish on the slide and barrel, and inside you'll find a nickel Teflon-coated hammer and sear, paired with a stainless steel guide rod. The aluminum flat trigger isn't just for looks. It gives you a short, smooth pull with a defined wall and a fast reset that actually makes controlled strings feel manageable, which is no small feat on a gun with a 2.8-inch barrel and subcompact grip. Slide serrations are deep and well-placed, and those raised cocking ears give you leverage when your hands are cold or sweaty. The 12+1 capacity, with the extended mag, pushes it ahead of most other .380s in terms of firepower, and the secure action trigger system feels consistent and predictable. Sights are legit, tritium front with a white ring, U-notch rear, and you can swap them out with bodyguard pattern dovetails if you're picky. The recoil is surprisingly mild thanks to Ruger's barrel cam geometry, which delays unlocking and slows the slide down just enough to take the edge off. Toss in a reversible mag release, 2 mags, a soft pocket holster, and a real-world price around $470. And it's one of the few pocket .380s that actually feels like a real gun.